Upgrades to Fred the Dalek. This weekend I worked on adding a display to tell me where the menus are. Previously I had to remember this or stare at a little piece of printout in the dark inside the Dalek, which never really worked very well. And then I'd lose a piece of paper and I'd forget where the menus were. So now I have a display. So when we do a reset on the device, comes up, gives us a nice message, and then it goes to the basic set, which is 0 go to 0, which is our don't do anything, just go to the 0 point and stay there. So we have our 3 control buttons here. Star is follow, 0 is to set 0, and pound is the pre-programmed modes. Star is our head following. We have 2 options. We have level and normal. So in normal mode it will follow us around. Both the eye and the dome will track. In the other mode, level mode, it will center the eye vertically and it will just track horizontally, which is kind of useful if you're looking down at stuff and pushing buttons, for instance. The next mode is the zeros mode, which will, first of all, it will set everything to the 0 point, but it will also allow you to override and update the EEPROM for where the different settings are, both for the head, eye, and dome. And then there's submenus in here. We can go into the set head, we can set the upper limit, the down limit, set the center. If we go back to the eye mode, we can set 0, we can move up, we can move down, we can find the upper stop, the lower stop, and we can again set the 0 point, which is always going to be the 5 in the middle. And then finally we've got set the dome settings. We can move right, 0 and stops, move left, move right. 0 and stops replaces the left and right stop finding. It just sets the current point to 0 and then it swings right and swings left looking for the 0 points because it knows roughly where they're going to be. And that's our zeros. If we then go into the auto modes, we can scan to the right, look left, look right, look front. Scan right, I think, is eerie looking right and left over and over. The other ones just go center, right and left, and they're particularly useful. The look right is particularly useful for when opening the Dalek. You always want to set that one so the eye is pointing downwards, otherwise it puts a lot of strain on the bearings when it's falling down. And that's it. That's what we got done this week in terms of software. On the hardware side, we've done some repair work on the eye, which due to the support strap failing and crashing the head into the side of the Dalek a while ago, it got smashed. This is glued back together. It'll need filler. I'll patch it up for now. At some point I'm going to make a new eye. This is made out of MDF, solid MDF. I'm going to carve something out of aluminum on the lathe, so I got more room inside to put proper electronics and camera equipment and so forth. Maybe even a Bluetooth camera or something like that, so we can do remote viewing. But yeah, Dalek eye. Boom. Also some repairs done on the dome, which had suffered some damage, so it now closes properly again. And I found all these which I had lost. These are the bits and bobs to hold the thing together onto the wheelchair and hold the top closed, because those have got mislaid. So good progress. He will be operational. I'm going to load this code in hopefully tomorrow, and we can see if it actually works. The next step is to use the updated ACE128 code to handle the overruns on the eye mechanism. It's kind of a complicated thing to describe without pictures, but that's a major bug that's in there, that occasionally the eye will just get completely confused, and I believe that can now be fixed in software. And the final thing I would like to get done with this is to implement proper PID control on the motors. It's currently a reinvention of that wheel by me before I knew it existed, and that should really be cleaned up. The code also has been broken out into multiple files because the original code predates my knowledge that you could do that in Arduino. So we're making good progress here. I've also got on order for this and this a handheld enclosure, which I'll also be able to put another tilt sensor and rotation sensor in, or maybe 2 rotation sensors in, so that I can do remote control of the device. It'll be cable remote control initially, but if we can also maybe do wireless later. And that's it for this week.